do this one.
You got that one somehow. I don't know what was going on with that, but
I saw a speedrunner the other day, and like they use skips. Like, yeah, like why wouldn't you? It's a speedrun. Oh. Okay, I guess I have to go outside to get that bandage, but how do
what's
I
the
do that?
bandage?
Oh, okay, I see. It's it gives you, it unlocks other characters.
Oh.
Okay, I got a hit. Ah! Ah! That's how.
That's the sun smashing into you right there. Lava ball.
Ow.
Earth. Molten
Ow.
earth.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, you had it! No, Darby!
Ah!
Oh, cheering for this little dude. Man, he gets obliterated every time. Every time. Spork.
Ah!
Oh, he's victorious. Now you have to beat it.
Oh crap! I don't know.
You have to legit beat it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh no.
That's
no.
for another time. Ow.
Dude, no, that's just too mean for me to handle.
Yeah.
That's just like asking for torture.
This game.
Yeah. But that's good. Like, I guess that's kind of, people want to have a super something to build towards on a difficult time.
Yeah.
You know, a difficult time. So, you know, like, this is going to be the most difficult 35 seconds of your freaking life right here.
Mm-hmm.
This game, getting this game down.
Okay, I got it this time.
I mean, I have spent like 3,000 hours plus in one game one time.
3,000.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I spent a very long time in one game.
Which game is that?
Oh man, like I don't even know if like it's still actually it's still running. I think it's one of the first massively multiplayer, well not massively multiplayer, but multiplayer games out there. It was called Continuum or Subspace was when it was first released. Now it's on Steam. It was released to no fanfare basically, and basically it's dying, but I used to play the shit out of this game.
Subspace.
I used to play two zones. I used to play Hockey Zone, and I used to play something called Trench Wars, which is still around, I believe. But back in the day before, long story short, it was a game that was made by Virgin Interactive, right? And it was one of the first multiplayer games. You had to go to the store, buy like the CD, and it had the little key that you unlocked, and you played using your like basic internet subscription. Because back then you had to buy your internet, like legit by the hour, kind of shit. It was like a 56K modem, which is I can't even imagine to how slow that would be to people to. Okay, it's like your phone was on super duper 2K, 1K level, like slow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how we had to run this game on the software. So it was a pretty big investment for the player. But it was literally you're flying a little 2D asteroid spaceship, killing other people flying 2D asteroid spaceships because they were other players.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, you know, that was the key thing. It was, you know, back then it was like right on the cusp of, and again, this is why, you know, I just hope that you guys, younger people out there, get to like experience these kind of jumps in like technology and in entertainment, because it's amazing each time it happens. But for me, it's like your old game experience is sitting in front of the couch with your friends, you know, and like and it's not even like an Xbox like it was back then, because it were like a Nintendo, like the Nintendo 64 a little bit before then days. So Super Nintendo, you get your friend over and you play something like the original Super Mario Kart, and that's fucking awesome. You're having a great time. But you can only play like two people, your friend and you.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, up to 4 with the little extender controller thing that they used to have.
And this game was like the first jump into I can play with everyone who's playing.
like there's like 150 people all flying these little spaceships, and you can blow up any of them, and they're all players. And that was just amazing because you know you had like stuff like Quake was coming out, and Doom was coming out, those kind of games. And I mean, Quake came out and people had multiplayer Quake, but you didn't have like 150 people playing Quake at the same time in the same map. So that was what made this fun. All the little spaceships running around blowing each other up on the map, and you were part of 2 teams,
Nice.
Team A or Team B or like whatever they called them. They called them frequencies, right? You could select like one frequency 001 up to like frequency 999 and so on. So you could be on your own like personal teams. That's how you made teams back then. And how you would fly the ships around was that if you were on the same team, you would have the same color on your name, so you couldn't hit each other with your bombs or anything. The only way you could kill each other was to like accidentally blow up a wall with a mine as your ship was flying by, because there's proximity damage, but not like direct hit damage.
Yeah.
So you're flying around having fun, get your friends together, shoot like these other dudes over here, try to capture a flag or whatever objective that is. And they eventually branched out and they made stuff like hockey, where you took a little ball and you shot it into goals, like almost like Pong, but like with spaceships that wanted to kill each other.
Nice.
And I got really good at that.
Space bomb.
And they're still playing that game. They're still playing that. Like, despite all the changes in technology, they're still playing this 2D top-down spaceship tournament thing for hockey. Once a year, man. They all get to, or more than once a year, but they all get together and they play. I have a trophy named after me in that zone. It's funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's craziness.
How'd you earn your trophy?
Just by being there. Like, I mean, like, I was really good. Like, I wasn't like top 10 in history of the zone or anything in that arena in that game, but like, I had done stuff like played, won an MVP for like most outstanding player, most valuable player. Also, like, basically left a good team to try to coach a younger team of like spaceship flying dudes. So that's why they named me the trophy after me, because everyone knew that at that time, maybe like season 3 or 4 of that game, it's like 25, 26, 27, 28, whatever it is now. Like, it would be, you want to stay with the good players because you're having fun.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, I want more people to enjoy the game. So I willingly left a very good team, and I was a team that was I was the best player on my team by far.
Oh, cool.
So I coached them up, and they gave a perseverance trophy.
Sweet.
That's the trophy named after my dude.
Yes. What's his name?
Scuzzy Shershot.
Sweet.
It's dedication and perseverance trophy, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and
That's
that's
really
cool. It's like it's not the most outstanding player or anything like that, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have something named after you in a video game.
Yeah, it is. That's really
So yeah,
cool.
I put a
You
freaking
earned
lot of
that.
hours in this.
Not
Like,
only
we're talking
did you
3,000.
like, you didn't just get a trophy, you got a trophy named after you.
Exactly. And then, you know what the sad thing is?
What?
That was like not the thing I was the best at. Oh my god,
What's the
yes,
thing
I
that
like.
you were the best at.
In the Trench Wars game, there is a it's hard to explain to people who've never played this game, but like, imagine that you have different variations of you being able to kill your other ships.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this one variation, everyone's in a ship that shoots bombs, and the rules of the bombs are that they bounce one time, and when they hit the second time they hit a wall, they explode, or the first time they hit an opponent, because it's a bomb, you're shooting a missile at someone, it kills them straight up, boom.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're in this kind of enclosed arena, and remember, it's top down, so you can see everyone.
Yeah.
But there's walls and shit, and like little things and holes that you can like shoot your bombs through or bounce off the walls and try to kill people. Like, it's kind of like that. And they're all flying, they're all trying to do the same thing to you. And there's like, we'll say 20 people allowed in one of these like arenas, small arenas, top down arenas.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got very good at that. And basically my reputation was that as a quote unquote duelist, in free for all, I was arguably the greatest to ever play that arena.
Yay!
Now, sometimes that doesn't translate very well to other things. Don't get me wrong. Like, I played in, there was like a team-based version of that where it was 5-on-5, and they're all in the same enclosed arena. I was okay at that, and I did pretty well for a couple seasons, but it's not the same set of skill set. It's like, they called it back then vulching, basically, where you have to swoop in, kill people, and get out. Like, if there's 2 other people fighting each other, you swoop in, kill one of them, or kill both of them, and run.
Yeah.
It's like free for all, every man for himself. So there's no like set of like I have to be honorable in the way I fight, you know, because
Yeah.
everyone's trying to kill everyone. It doesn't matter. There's no teams. So that's what I would do. I would play like a sniper and angle these little balls that would bounce one time through these tiny holes with these like kind of shots that people would be like, how the hell do you do that? I would hit a dude.
Nice.
I got so good at this thing, Darby. Oh, Darby. I used to be able to hit people from one side of the map all the way across and hit a dude in the face by timing his momentum. I knew he would
Oh.
fly face first. I knew he would fly face first into it.
That's awesome. You're just good
Like
at
it was
like
uncanny.
calculating the. They're definitely going over here.
Yeah, they're like I know in about 3 seconds he's gonna be right there. 3, 2, 1. Time my bomb. Boom. He's dead.
That definitely
And people be-
translates well into like FPSs.
Well, yeah, but like not anymore. Not 3D. Ooh, I'm slow now. But yeah, I used to try to go. I used to because my entire philosophy in a game like that, free for all, like everyone's racing to. It's like the last person standing. Everyone gets 10 deaths or 5 deaths, all right, and then the last 2 people who are alive fight until they win. It's like battle royal. Every
Yeah.
round's battle royal. So it encouraged things like survival. I was not the aggressive I need to kill everyone dude, but I could if I had to. I was more like the I need to stay alive no matter what. So I would like hide in a cabin or like behind some stuff and just chill there for a while.
Yeah.
There'd be like, you know, blocks. You can make your like little strategic home base around these blocks. And I would just like wait until everyone was dead and I'd be like, okay, now it's one-on-one.
That's awesome. Just camping.
Oh well yeah, but like it would always be like people some people would get like you know 14 and 3, you know 14 kills and or like 20 because you got the 10 for example. If you got 10 deaths you were out. They would get something like 25 and 10, which is great. You know, that's an awesome score to have, but you didn't win.
Yeah.
I always played to win. So there were games where some dude would be like 25 and 9.
Uh huh.
And I would be like, we'll say something like 4 and 6, and I would just destroy him. I would just show up and be like, bro, you came late. You spent all your shots and boom, dead. Bye. Because I knew I could beat him one-on-one. I was just like, I just want to win.
It's making the armies use up their resources, and then you just.
Exactly. Yeah. It is tremendously embarrassing. Like, because I knew if I lost that, it was tremendously embarrassing. So I would make sure I'd never lose. That kind of
Nice.
thing. I think maybe only once or twice in my history playing that I've lost like that. But of course, you know, I could also be cheap and like I could be the same way. Back when like back when you're really good at a game as a kid,
Oh yeah.
you could do stuff like blindfold, like the Mario like speedrunners. People do it blindfolded now. Okay, so like that's like another degree of level of commitment to a game
Oh yeah.
than like a lot of people could ever have.
I've seen people play, or at least one
Mike
dude
Tyson?
play Ocarina of Time blindfolded.
Oh my God, really?
Uh-huh. He like knows how to speedrun it using like I guess all the glitches and stuff. But yeah, he speed ran it in like 20 minutes blindfolded or something.
Wow. That takes a whole like level of like
Using
commitment.
his sword to like hit walls. Okay, I'm over here. I need to move this far. That kind of thing.
That's like intentionally handicapping yourself out of love of the game.
Yep.
Like those people already know everything about that game, so they need to handicap themselves.
Yep. And there was one dude. Maybe it's just the one dude doing it, but he like was doing a stream and he was checking the wall with a sword and he accidentally glitched through a place that no one had ever glitched through before. And he's like, "What? Where am I? What happened?" And people are like, "Dude, you found a glitch that no one's ever found."
And everyone was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Because like, what happens when you find? I guess the run's over.
Yeah, I guess so. Or maybe he figured out how to get out. Sean was telling me about that one in particular.
But I mean, like, people are not angry that he found a glitch. That's really
No,
cool.
they're excited. Like, this is
They're
the
like, "Oh,
first.
the first time this has ever happened, ever."
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of fun that like they can discover that kind of stuff.
It's always.
All trying to shave seconds or ideas off of a game like that. Like, want to play blindfolded? Like
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out blindfolded.
Can you do that? I guess it's all just they want you to hit specific buttons with that one.
I'm not sure if it's doable, but maybe someone's done it before. But I'll look it up after this. But Mike Tyson's Punch Out blind Mario Blind. Those are like completely new levels of skill that the 99.999% of us cannot touch unless
Yeah,
we've spent our entire lives playing this game. You know, and even then you might not be able to do it because it does require the reflexes and whatnot.
it does.
Yeah, you gotta love the game for that. I was not that level, but I was pretty good, like good.
That's awesome. Melee was my game, and
Oh,
Smash 4.
nice, nice,
I didn't like Brawl as much.
nice.
Ah!
Oh no!
Lame. I didn't get in quick enough.
You're gonna have to. Is that like only multiplayer based, or can you like? Because I don't want to play you in that game, but I wouldn't mind seeing you like rock someone's face off in that game.
You could watch me play someone.
Do they still play that online?
Nah, like the online functionality isn't great for those games. Nintendo's not like the best they've done online is probably Splatoon, but most of their games aren't very good at online stuff. I gotta wait till that comes back. There we go.
Dang, you should totally just play that game.
Dang it.
Is there any way to stream that game like right now?
I wouldn't stream anything Nintendo because they'll demonetize you.
Oh really? So I can't watch you
no,
play
they'll
that
take
game?
your money. They won't demonetize. They'll say, nope, this is our IP, so we're taking the money from it. They're very stingy.
Oh. Okay. Well, do 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 do. Wow. Guess we can't enjoy that now.
I know, right? I mean, you
By the way-
can, I guess. Like, you have to be part of their YouTube Players program or something. But I don't like what they do to Let's Players. They take a way bigger cut than they need for free advertising, which is what I consider Let's Plays.
Ah. There's a lot of ethics in video games.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I used to work for them.
Oh
Like-
yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. Not
Did you have to sign any NDAs or stuff like that? Like, you can't talk about this ever.
like for the stuff I was working on, sure, but I can have opinions.
Okay. It's like, you can't talk about the stuff you were working on.
Yeah, well, like, if it's stuff that never came out, I couldn't talk about it, but all the games I worked on came out.
Nice.
Smash Brothers 4 was one. I worked on that from start to... start to release, and then later on I didn't get brought back on for, like, the DLC stuff. Or maybe I did. I forget. I think I did for some of it. But Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Party 10... Steel Diver 2.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice grab.
Thank you.
Did you have a say in how these projects were run?
Like, some parts. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I would get to lead some teams.
Nice.
It's just testing.
Okay. You could be like, this game's good to go, and they'll be like, why did you say that? You're like, I sabotaged this entire development because of that. Listen, all y'all, this is sabotage.
I was
Nice
watching Cutthroat Kitchen with Sean yesterday. Man, that's such a fun show. It's just the cooking show with Alton Brown, and it's the one where they sabotage each other. Like
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah, it's like every contestant, every chef, I guess, starts out with $25,000, and it's 4 chefs, and they all have to cook. Go based on a theme. They're like, oh, I want you to cook me filet mignon or something like that, or whatever the meal is, and then they get to bid against each other to buy sabotages to ruin each other. Like, all right, for this first round, whoever wins the bid for this sabotage gets to make their opponent cook with this pan, and it'll pull out a pan that's all bent up and like awful. It's still, you can still cook on it, but like this is the only like pan that they can use, or you have to trade their utensils with like, I don't know, like a couple of crab claw oven mitts Just weird things like that. Things that all these chefs would do fine making all these things if like without the sabotages, but yeah, it makes it fun.
Oh, okay.
It just makes it a game, and it's fun to watch the contestants because like some of them are really trying to, like, oh, I want the most money, so I'm not gonna bid on that. It's like, no, don't think of it like money. They're game pieces. You got to use them like game pieces, otherwise you're gonna get sabotaged and lose. Like, I want to keep all the money. No, if you win, that's winning. Though one dude, I saw the episode. It was like a celebrity chef season, and this one dude took away the biggest chunk in the show's history, and he took away $24,600, and you start out with $2,500. He just no one messed with him the whole time, and then the dude he ended up with at the end, he'd used all his money early on, so he only had $100 left. So every time a sabotage opportunity came up, the dude with more money just went 200. So he, yeah.
They had to wager on it.
Yeah, you bid out. You try to bid each other out of the whoever.
So he was just like he was doing so well that he didn't need to.
Yeah, he just bid the minimum of $200.
And he took every one of them. And did the other guy win, or was it impossible?
It was close, but nah, the dude with the more money won.
Nice.
Dang it.
It was like using like bent frying pans and ovens that only went up to 350.
There was one where last night where this lady was sabotaged using only like banana leaves for her cooking services. So she had to cut like these, or some kind of leaves, but they were these big heavy duty leaves that are, I guess you can put in the oven. And they're just like strips of them. Just like, how am I going to cook in these? So she took like those big kebab skewers and like pinned like the square into a bowl, and she made a bowl out of it, and it was awesome. It's cool watching how people handle these weird scenarios. Oh yeah, there's a way to cheese this fight. Just wait for the key to come down.
Oh. Why wouldn't anyone just do that? That makes total sense.
Yeah. There we go. No more monsters. Oh, what?
That was hard.
Yeah, how do I do this? Oh, I see.